Hi everyone, this is Tammy at Snowstorm Crafts and welcome. So what I'm doing here is showing you guys some fun junk journal items that you can just find around your house. I mean, just things that you guys can just grab right now and start working on to either make junk journals with or to just make some ephemera and stuff that go inside of it, like tags and pockets and all that good stuff. So let's talk about some of the things here. Okay, so what I have here is these are great for belly bands, or you can cut them and make pockets with them, or you can make little tags with them. This is just the top of a tissue box. So I just save these. They work out great, and it's just a fun way to recycle and make some pretty things, which I'm sure I'll show you guys. I have some that are completed. We'll go through that at the end, and I'll show you guys some stuff of how I did all this. So I got that, plus just fabrics. Like you can use old jeans. You can use if you have a sewing machine, or if you do any hand stitching or anything like that. Usually when I'm sewing, I have my little plate here that I just put all my threads in, and it's great to sew down. And then I got my little owl, which you guys have seen my channel before, is just, I put a bunch of just coffee dyed fabrics, some threads throughout, and usually like little laces and different things like that. So those are always fun to keep and then incorporate. And you can even do some hand stitching. You could do stitching on your sewing machine, just whatever you have, So those are always fun to do. And if you go look through my channel and stuff, I show you guys how to do the sewing and all that on the machine, some hand stitching, plus how to upcycle your jeans, how to coffee dye, fabrics, cheesecloth. So these are some coffee dyed fabrics, and just some more cuttings and different things like that, which are really nice to keep on hand. Okay, so we got that. And then my mother-in-law, she got me this really cute blanket the other day, and it came with these on the front of it. Plus it came with a little tag. So the tag's already made for me. And all I got to do is just cover it and, decorate it however I want to, but it's already got the shape. And it's a nice thickness. So these are always like clothes tags when you get clothes. Keep all the tags and stuff. They always are nice thickness, and they're already cut to a tag size for you. And, they look great. So this I was thinking about for the next video, maybe coming up next week or so, we'll do a little booklet. We'll put this together as a little booklet and do some fun decorating. So I think that'll be coming up soon. So make sure to subscribe and hit the like button if you guys are enjoying this video. That really does help me out a lot. Get my video out there. Okay. And we have, now this is just some parchment paper. And I just went ahead and you could take it's a Elmer's glue and water solution, and you just mix it up. And you take your paintbrush and you can glue down pretty papers, add some coffee dye, you could do some newspaper on there. You could do magazines. I mean, you could do anything you want. And then I did some splattering. So these are great to incorporate in with your junk journaling. So there's that. Plus I keep the lemon bags, avocado bags. Let's see, I think this is just a bunch of scrap paper. I always make sure to keep all my scrap papers, because you never know when that comes in handy, Napkins. Those are always great. And I think I have a whole thing of napkins here. I mean, this is just some tape. The tape, like that goes onto a box when you get it from like Amazon or something. These are great to incorporate too. So keep all that for sure. And then more packaging. So tea bags and napkins. I love, love, love working with tea bags and napkins. So these are like avocado dyed. And then I have tea, of course, tea dyed. And then even some of the ropes, just some cotton, just rope and napkins. You could get different textures. You can see the difference here. You get those and that, and then the different colors. And then you can even splatter it with some, I use RIT dye for tie-dyeing and stuff like that. So usually when I'm doing that, I'll put some of these underneath, like the wire rack. Like if I'm tie-dyeing on top, I'll put some of these underneath, and you can see that it absorbs other pretty colors. So Those are always just fun. Just think of different little things like that. And then I should have grabbed one. I didn't grab one, but you know, your sewing patterns, the sewing pattern part that's inside of it. These are great too. Let me go grab one real quick. So what I'm talking about is like the pattern paper, you know, like the sewing stuff like that. So this stuff is great to use in junk journaling. And you can get this at Goodwill for pretty cheap. And then when I was looking for this, I actually found something pretty cool that I forgot about. Is I made a journal a while ago with this, and the cool thing is you can use cereal lining bags. So these are great. You can just use some of these, and also the Amazon packaging. So I have that. That's what I made the whole cover out of. It was just the Amazon packaging, and then I decorated it with pretty papers and stuff, and you know, twine, with some ribbons. And then in here you can see I got just the index cards, and these are like avocado dyed or onion skin dyed or tea dyed or coffee dyed, so it depends. But you can see the different colors. If these are avocado, they do like a cool pink color. You can do envelopes. You can do junk mail envelopes. You can do just other envelopes that you have. This is just a music book that I got at Goodwill. So it had a bunch of music stuff. This is an old book. Lined paper that I dyed and just did some dyeing on there with some stenciling. You can do a brown paper bag. Those are always great. And see, this is part of the sewing patterns. You just put that in there, and the magazines, which are great. You can add magazines in there. And if you guys want to learn how to take the shine out of magazines, I don't have it on, obviously I didn't do it on this one, but I have a cool solution that I'll put the video on the end screen. I like to put it on the end screen for you guys. And come check it out. It's really cool. It just shows how to get the glare and the shine out of magazines and stuff. More sewing tape, and then this is just the other side of it. So it's just showing the same thing. But you can see this is just lined paper and copy paper that I'm sure you guys have laying around, and you can just dye it. Let's see what else. Oh yeah, some cool coloring pages. So those are always fun. And then like this, I just took it on pretty paper in the background, and then took a lined piece of paper and glued it on top. So just like that. So just look around your house. I mean, see what you got. You'll be amazed at what you can find. Let's see. So I'm trying to keep it a little organized here. Here. Rolodex. Now this is cool. I found this at Goodwill, and so much fun just to add some fun little things. You know, I got some Tim Holtz stuff, and you know, you got your coffee dyed fabrics and stuff behind it, some cheesecloth, some little laces, and then I just sew around with the sewing machine. But like I said, you can hand stitch it or not sew it at all. It's up to you. But these Rolodex are really fun to make. Let me know in the comments if you guys want to do another Rolodex card together. I really enjoy. Oh, it seems like there's two there. I really enjoy doing these with you guys. And then you can coffee dye. You know, you can coffee dye them. So I obviously have a lot more room I can do here. So yeah, comment down below. I'd love to hear if you guys want to maybe do this sometime, and we can make some more. Okay, so those are fun, and then you just keep them in your Rolodex. Let's see. So fabric scraps, like buttons, are great. Just little trinkets you have. Just hand stitching. I did some. I painted on some fabric and then did some stamping with some gesso on it, and then hand stitching. Like I said. Just, you can make your own ties, add some buttons to it, some beads to it. I really like taking some fabrics, because I have tons of fabric, and then cutting out, like you see a pretty flower or anything like that on it, and you can get it all cut out and then just do some hand stitching around it. So this is just one of my little needle books. You can put your thread in there. Just cut around flowers, do some, laces, and put it on there. Just for decorative. And you got little pockets. So this is just one of my little stitch books. Okay, do that. And then with these, I just used a cardboard. It's just made out of some packaging that came. And I took some burlap. I made just a fun little flower, little doodad here, and put it on the front with, I just glued, I mean, I've had this forever. I don't even know what it was. It had like a pin, like you could stick it into the wall, like a little push pin. So I cut that off because I didn't push it through because that would have poked us. But I just cut it off and then glued it down and did some coffee dyed stuff and just made it, kind of decorated it with some stuff I had laying around. So that's the fun part. So got some papers back there with some gesso, and this is just a magazine. So I did that with this. You did some magazine. I did magazine and took the shine out of it, and then some lace for a pocket. And these are just gessoed pages with some paper behind it. So that turned out really fun. And then tea bags. Like I'm saying, you guys really just start looking around your house. Save your avocado skins and pits. Save your onion skins. Your tea bags. I mean, you could dye with tea, with coffee. And like I said, I have tons of videos on it, so come check it out. I have playlists and everything throughout. Lace, you got little lace flip ups, which is fun. You can put stuff there. Things like that. A little tea bag that pops out and turns into a little pocket. I think I copied onto some deli paper through my copy machine and then just got cool images and did that. Coffee dyed fabric. And then I'll show you with the other book. I have stuff in here what I use it for. This one doesn't have any in it, but a little pocket here. Okay, we got that. And these are just fun little things that you can make for yourself. And I think I did a little dangle beads and little things like that. So you got a little cluster on the front here. Just a little flower cluster. And you just layer it up. I got a little piece of leather that was from an old suede. Well, I guess it's suede. It's not leather. It's an old suede like vest I got from Goodwill. Some fabrics that I had, coffee dyed. Some different cheesecloth, things like that, and then just made it into a fun little cluster. So I think I love doing that. I think it turns out really cool. And then you could do, like for your spine, you could do buttons, coffee dyed. This was from an old linen skirt. It was one of those really long ones that went all the way down with buttons. And I just went ahead and I cut buttons and, made them into different things and then coffee dyed it. Got that. And now what these little journals I use them for is my little clusters. I just make just little clusters. And like I said, you can I did some hand stitching, some machine sewing, just all those little fabric scraps or even paper scraps that you have left over. Just start gluing them together, sewing them together, and trust me, they come in handy. You'll use them for all kinds of stuff, like throughout your journals and everything. So then I got clusters in here, and I just kind of do like a stitch. I stitch them in, so I can just kind of pop the stitch out, just cut it, and then pull it out, and then use it whenever I need to. So I just go around and I can stitch them in. So that's what I use these for. So those ones in the pocket in the front, I could stitch in here. And it kind of just, when you're looking for something, you just go through and see what you can use. And then I made just a bookmark. Put that through. So pretty much the same as the other one. But in this one, I added, I got some more clusters throughout. So yeah, so that's just all the stuff I just showed you. You can make stuff like this with, out of a cardboard box, out of Amazon packaging, out of stuff you get in the mail. I mean, just different fun things like that. Okay, got those. Let's see. I know I have some examples here. Oh, and also reinforcements. Those are great just to take your little dauber with the ink and just kind of go like that over them. And then you can have these to use throughout anything that you want. A piece of copy dyed paper that I avocado dyed. You just add some fun little things, do a fun little fold. And you got yourself a little trifold or little folds that you want to put in stuff. And these are great to clip inside your journals. More tea bags. Apparently I really love tea bags, but I love using these too. These are great for pockets. You know, just grunge them up. You can do some sewing down the sides, glue them, hand stitch, you know, however you want to do it. These are fun to keep. I mean, I love the little butterfly. And then I actually keep like the tea, because, you know, you can grunge up with that and do some fun things. So there we go. And let's see. Little finished stuff in here. Oh, I got way more. So I just need to get doing some projects here. So just take some packaging, you know, and this one kind of curled up, and if you notice it's kind of coming undone on the edges or anything like that, you can take it to your sewing machine and sew around it. But, you know, you could do your little puff paints or your little 3D paint things and do that. Do some stamping, do some stenciling, you know, different things like that. I mean, this is a wipe, like a baby wipe, that I always clean up and stuff with. But you can keep those and incorporate those into solo stitching. All that. I mean, look at all those colors. It's so pretty. I love pop of color. I really do. And the more you guys know me or watch me, I always do some major grunging, but then I like to add, you know, just a little pop of color because I think it's kind of fun. But this was really fun to do too. You just take a tea bag over the top, and then when it's wet, you just kind of open it up to the picture inside. So, I mean, so much fun. What else we got here? Oh, wax paper. I think it was wax paper. I think so. I think that's what it was. I think it was wax paper. And you could do these fun little bags with it. You know, do those. So I just printed off, copy some stuff, and made a little tag with it. I mean, you could take some magazine pages, make some envelopes. I mean, it's endless, guys. You can do so much stuff. You know, here's some fabric, and I made a little fabric booklet with some coffee and tea dyed, you know, pages. Did some stenciling. Let's see. We got Easter coming up. I did that. Oh, I think it opened up. Oh yeah, there we go. So you can just take, you know, magazines, make a little booklet, make little Easter cards. Do anything like that. I mean, you could do these. They're really fun. Just open them up. And then you got a little pocket to put stuff in. So, I could probably go through all day and find some stuff. Let's see. What do I do here? That's just regular lined paper that I sewed around. Oh, that's all right. And did some fabrics up here. You know, did some little tags for little pockets. You know, some little pocket thing. Things like that. Oh, I love this little booklet. This is just a fun little booklet, and I love owls, so I think that turned out really fun. So you just kind of look through, see what you got, and start gluing and sewing, and, you know, grab some fabrics, grab some pretty papers, grab, you know, buttons, and keep your threads, and just start putting it all together. I mean, this one was kind of cool. I just did some now I use spackling, like what you would put on your wall and stuff. I just did some spackling and put it through my really cool feather stencil here, and made this just a little booklet. So it's ready to be, you know, have some pages added to it, a little pocket. And this is out of a paper bag. So I just did that out of a paper bag, like one of those little paper, like lunch bags. This was just a paper bag, and then it's just some cardboard. And I did like just a little flip trifold thing here. And napkin. This is my coffee dyed, and then I do Rit dye napkin. So it had little butterflies and little flowers on it. And I just glued that all on there, and there we go. I got a press too that I can press all these and make them flat, but I don't want to make this like crazy long video. But these were junk mail, a junk mail envelope. You got a little window there, that. And you got your, this is a wine cork. You got your wine cork, and I just did some sewing around, added some napkins, some pretty, some pages from a book, glued that all on there, did some writing. I just wrote, scribble kind of words, and then glued that on there, sewed it around, and then added some just fun things inside here. I got some rip dyed paper. I got handmade paper I made, envelopes, different dyed papers. So, all that fun stuff. So just whatever you can find, office materials, pages, and so that's fun to do. I like, so keep your junk mail envelopes. These are really fun to do. And then you can make just the little guys here. Make like your little, cute little, let's turn it the right way. There we go. Cute little tucks, and so much fun. You can just sit and hand stitch or put it all together. Have your little tea bag that flips out. That, and this is a little pocket that comes out like this. Stuff in it. So there we go. I think that's the majority of, like this is old flannel. My husband's, one of his flannels. And I made just like a little, little tag. Little tag with a pocket. And I got tons more stuff. Oh, that's that little book. And then I just put some little snippets here. Little clusters. This is out of paper. You can make little cluster papers and throw that all together. Let's see if I missed anything. Laces. Those are great for a tag. You can put all your laces. I mean, geez, guys. Like, look, that's a stovetop. And then I just take it and you can punch out circles from it, or cut this out, use that for something. So it's always nice to just keep everything. I know, like we always do, right? But yeah, I think that's, pretty much it. This is pretty cool too. This is, you could stick it on the side in your journal like that, and then you can put a pen through it, or a pencil, or for some reason I have a chopstick, but you can put a pencil like through it like that, and then you have it so you're ready to write in your journal. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it informational. And if you could please, if I can find it here, subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, and you guys can see my next video when I post it. Like, comment, and share, and let's grow together. And keep on crafting.